Alright, let's start game 2. We will be going second this time. Pretty monster heavy. But that's not the worst. Hoping he does another double special summon so I can just flying C on the next one. And then they both die. It's important to note that when these things die, the reason why they die is because it's a continuous effect. He's going to special graph and set a card and end his turn. Okay. That is it's different. I'll say that much. I kind of like foolishing for graph and then getting Seer and then just attacking. But I could also just kill it with Karma Cut. And then just not worry about it. But I do want to use Foolish. I would be interested in using Foolish. Maybe I could just set these and then just call it a day with that. And then save Foolish for later. For when I have like a better idea of what I want to get. And I'm going to Karma Cut this graph. Not really going to get anything out of the graveyard, but I do want to get Scarm in my own graveyard, and I do want to banish it just to get rid of it, and not really have to deal with it, nor it being a material in the future. Okay. I'm gonna flying see whatever comes out. I guess yeah, there's probably an argument to be made for me to foolish the graph so that I could also Wing Blast the Seer and be able to get its Seer's effect and summon the graph. So yeah, I guess that's one way you could have. That's one line, but I think I'm not in terrible shape. I think I can just flying C here and just not really care about what's gonna happen. So I think I'm just gonna give him a flying C. Lock his field down for the time being. He's got a lot of back rows, unfortunately. But we're going to get Scarm's effects. It's a pretty big advantage being able to exceed and your opponent can't. Yeah, and even if he has, like, emptiness or something for tour guide, we can just double kill tour guides and then kill the emptiness. And we have Astral Force now, which means we can actually use Astral Force and use Palladius to bounce our Flying C, which is a very good combo in this deck. So yeah, we're just going to jam this. Breakthrough skill. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just gonna attack the tour guide. He's gonna lance his own tour guide. I guess he wants to keep a Burning Abyss guy on my side of the field, I guess. That's sort of like the line of reasoning there. Okay. Well, I already know there's no point in dubbing Foolish for right now because even if I did want to use it, I would still not even get anything with it. Oh, I guess he can just attack too. Um. Okay, sure. All right. Well, I guess he's made the decision for me. And of course, he drew another tour guide. We have no interaction with that. Okay, so we're gonna stop him here, I think. So I can wing blast. I can wing blast. No, I kind of want to wing blast and do it on his back row. So I'm just kind of free to do whatever I want. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let him do what he wants. Hopefully he makes Alucard. That'd be like the best thing. Oh my god. Does he grabs Scarm, right? Okay. He does make Alucard in sec. Wow, that's really good for me, I think. It seems good. But, so on the summon, I'm going to Wing Blast the back row, dump the Seer, use Seer to get Scarm. Scarm's going to die and I'll get Tour Guide. Is that a Karma Cut the Tour Guide? Okay. I guess it banishes the ones out of my graveyard too, right? I don't have any other ones in the graveyard. Seer. And we're going to be able to Seer for Scarm anyways. And now we get to keep the Scarm. I don't think that ended up the way my opponent wanted it to. Breakthrough skill is pretty good. He only has one tour guide left, so that's pretty good, given that we're going to kill Scarm. And whatever he gets with the Graph's just going to die because of the tour guide, so I think it's going to Foolish for... Yeah, I can't Foolish for Seer, so I'm going to Foolish for Graph, get Seer. This is a prime example of when you should save your Foolish Burial for these kind of situations, because you don't really know ever what you're going to get and what situations you'll need them in. Is it worth killing? If I can get Graph, I can dump Seer off to get... No, that doesn't seem as good. Can overlay. What I could do is I could just make Pallades now, use Pallades to bounce his Alucard, get Tour Guide. Well, I know I'm making Dante. I just decision what I want to do after. Can do that. Whatever he's gonna get from Graph's just gonna die, and whatever he gets from he's gonna get Seer most likely, and that's just gonna die. And then Seer's gonna get something, and that's something that thing's gonna die. So he actually doesn't gain anything out of this. So, and then I'll be able to just run over the Tour Guide. And we'll get a Tour Guide of our own at the end of the turn as well. So we're going to use this now and bounce this. This is some good value. This also shows like what an inexperienced Burning Abyss player is doing. Like, he's doing a ton of like really unorthodox things that just shouldn't be happening. Yeah, so Seer's gonna die. I mean, I don't know. Actually, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. I don't know. But all this stuff's gonna die. Yeah. Okay, and now we're just gonna get in for 25. Or not 25, 15. Sorry. Then we'll have breakthrough skill for his tour guide. And we'll have our own tour guide coming end phase. So I get to see what he gets because I can order the chain links in a way. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I don't really care. I don't really give a shit. I know what I'm getting. I'm pretty sure he's just grabbing tour guide. Quite the opposite, in fact. So we can continue playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. And we're just gonna draw out the breakthrough here. Your assault got in the way of my view. Oh, really? Apparently when people are losing, the go-to is salt. I'm gonna Dante for Seer. Yeah, Seer seems like the best one to have in hand for when I want to discard. I can probably just win. I can bounce the back row. And get Seer. Seer's gonna kill Skarm, then I get Skarm's trigger. And then I can summon Tour Guide. And Chaos. Yeah, that should be game. Okay, and we're going to trigger Seer, I believe. And then we'll Tour Guide, get Graph. And that'll be 15 plus 25, 4,000. Yeah, 63. Guess I'll make Giga Brilliant. And banish Dante. And Graph. And I'm not going to detach graph, so don't have to trigger it right now. And we win, 2-0. After our opponent was being salty as well. Yep, that was a pretty decisive win there.